Been studying it for a while. This was, in fact, the most sin-riddled, fragmented church of people who had the wrong priorities and absolutely scrambled theological beliefs, but other than that, they were doing pretty well. Now, Paul literally had been there for a year and a half as this church developed, but it was during the second missionary journey. So I need to remind you, the second missionary journey recorded in the book of Acts is the time when the chariot wheels came off the ministry of Paul. Everything went wrong. In fact, you remember in the first journey, it was Barnabas and Paul, and they took with them John Mark. But the second missionary journey started with an argument between Barney and Paul because Paul wanted to drop John Mark. So when he left for the journey, he went off with Silas, and then they picked up Timothy, but they got started off with an argument, and it only went downhill from there. And in fact, if you follow what happened, he didn't know what to do next. Tim comes on board, and he says, all right, where are we going to go, Paul? And Paul says, well, I think we're going to go north and east, but the Spirit said, I'm thinking we'll go south and west. And the Spirit said, So Paul did what every good Christian does when you don't know what to do. He went to bed. And Jesus meets him in this Macedonian man who says, come over to Macedonia and help us. And so he goes, and I'm thinking, Tim just signed on, and he's going like, do you guys normally know where you're going? Do you have any idea what you're doing? Like, it doesn't look good for the home team. And then it gets worse. He gets over there, the whole journey is characterized by being beaten and threatened and jailed and chased and hounded, and nothing goes right. Finally, he ends up by himself in Corinth. Paul's team is still up north. When he gets there, it's not been good. In fact, later on he writes, I despaired even of my own life. This is not the Paul we read about. You know, the guy who's the Teflon character, throw anything at him and nothing sticks. No. This guy has been broken, and he's whipped. And then Jesus showed up. Again in a dream. And tenderly, when Jesus showed up, he said, stick with it, Paul. Stay here. I want you here. I'm not going to leave you, Paul. He said, I have many people in this city. Now that is astounding to me. I have spent a lot of time in the excavations and archaeology of